Hi, I'm Kedrick Olson, and I am a paranormal protection specialist. This means that I've got the knowledge and the experience that you need to help you solve the supernatural problems that you may be facing right now that ghost hunters, psychics, mediums, they might be unable to or could even be afraid to confront and to resolve for you. And if you continue watching, I'm going to share a simple technique with you that you can use right here, right now, today to help you solve an immediate issue. A little bit about me. As you see, I grew up having one paranormal encounter after another after another. I've had a very paranormal life. And most of these experiences actually been very, very positive, with the exception of a few that maybe got a little bit out of hand. And so I don't need to be convinced that their paranormal and the supernatural exist. I know that ghosts, spirits, and other forms of subtle beings are very real, and I know that they do interact with us on a daily basis, whether we're aware of that or not. And I can assure you that a vast majority of the time, these connections are very benign, they're very beneficial, and really almost all of the interactions that we've got are so subtle and so commonplace, you may not even realize that you just had a paranormal experience. But sometimes, unfortunately, things can go wrong. Things can maybe go in the wrong direction that you don't want them to happen, or the connection that you had becomes malevolent or negative. Could be very draining at the least. And this is where I come in. This is what I do, and this is how I can help you. So I'm not going to take the approach that you may have seen in movies or reality TV shows. I'm not going to come into your home and pelter you with prayers or sprinkle heavy doses of holy water everywhere. I'm not going to smudge your house with sage all over the place or spat out lots of religious, new agey, mumbo jumbo stuff. Rather, I want to help you discover the cause and the ways that we can work together to clear out these problems. I'm going to teach you how you can take charge of your own energetic environment so that these things are no longer a problem for you, your loved ones, or your home. Unfortunately, Hollywood's painted us a picture that we are all hapless victims of these unseen forces trying to exploit us for terror, for torment. But that's really not the case. It really never has been, and it never really will be. But it really does make for some great movies, and I do think some of these movies are actually a lot of fun. But unfortunately, it's left us with an impression of the paranormal realms and how they're interacting with our lives, and it's given us a false impression of what our place is. Now, my lifetime of constant exposure to spiritual beings and helping others resolve paranormal problems have taught me some really powerful techniques that can help you to address anything of a supernatural nature that could be making your life a living hell. And to that effect, I want to help you understand your role in this process so that you can take back your power and no longer be a target to these energetic beings that could be attacking your emotional, your physical, or your spiritual well-being. So for example, let's say you're home alone. It could be late at night, and you get that sudden creepy feeling that something is in the room with you, watching you, making you feel uncomfortable. And when this happens, instead of tapping into that sense of discomfort or fear that's overcoming you, I want you to take a deep breath and relax and recenter your mind. And then just remember something that happened recently that made you laugh or that brought you a sense of wonder and awe. And then replay that moment in your mind and let yourself feel that sense of joy, that humor, the wonder that you felt in that moment, and breathe into that feeling so that it fills you completely. And if that being in the room with you is a positive, non-malevolent being, then this technique's going to have absolutely no effect on it, and it's okay to have this thing around with you. However, if it's a negative entity, one of two things are going to happen. First, and what you do want, is it's going to break off contact. It's going to be like, oop, okay, I'm not going to be here anymore. It's going to leave the room. That's what you want. Fine and dandy, things are good. Secondly, this is not as common, but it can happen, is this being recognizes the emotional shift within you, and it doesn't want that. So it's going to poke you again. It's going to try to provoke you back into that uncomfortable, that fear state, so that you can generate that energy for it. And what I want you to do, if that should happen, is go right back to what you were doing. Take that deep breath, Go back to that feeling of sense of joy, that sense of awe, wonder, happiness, and then let it fill you up again. And here's something that you may not expect to do, but laugh. Laugh at it. And what that's going to do is it's going to cause an internal energy shift into you that is going to be having the effect of poisoning the well. This thing is going to be like, whoa, what are you doing? And it's going to break off contact. Granted, sometimes these things are going to be persistent. It's going to poke at you again. And instead of fighting fire with fire, instead of getting up and going, "Ooh, we're going to get you and I'm going to push you out," laugh at it. Have a sense of joy. Generate an opposite emotion of what you feel that it's trying to provoke in you. And what you're doing is you're cutting yourself off as an energetic source for this thing. It can no longer feed off of you. It can no longer get your energy. And if you poison the well, it's going to want nothing to do with you. And it's going to leave you alone. That's something you can do right here, right now, to start solving what could be an immediate and urgent paranormal problem that you could be facing. Now, this is just one simple technique to help you solve an immediate problem. And I've got many other ways that can help you deal with pernicious spirits, complex hauntings, or even deeper types of infestations. And if you got this kind of stuff going on, let's work together to make your home and your life the sanctuary that you need it to be, to help you find your peace once again, so that you can take back your haven, your safe place, and you can finally get your life back to normal. All you got to do is just follow this link, book an appointment with me, and we're going to get started working on this as soon as possible. Thank you.